Chapter 1. Back to the Hunting. Carburetor County, United States, 2006. The town of Reeder Springs, located in Carburetor County, had been back on the map for over a year and had many inhabitants. However, Devin Montgomery Johnson III, or DJ, and his gang leader Boost, along with the other two members, Snot Rod and Wingo, were thrown in the impound. "We're stuck in this impound again," said Boost. "We did as we were instructed," Wingo added. "I hope we can bust our way out of here," said DJ. As they were looking for a way out, their friend Anala Kendall came driving and saw them in the impound. "I was told you were here after you sold that gear," said Anala. "Perfect. Now we can get out of here," said Boost. Anala and the tuners were friends with Piston Cup racer Chick Hicks, who instructed them to steal gear from his nemesis Lightning McQueen. "How did Lightning get you guys in here?" Anala asked. "The sheriff of this town," Wingo replied. "He has arrested us twice now," Snot Rod added. Anala opened the gates and the tuners drove out. "We should get out of here before they see us," said Boost. "Chick had some new recruits to join us," Anala said. "They're not far from here." "Then let's go meet them," Boost exclaimed. The five of them drove out of Reeder Springs and they saw Chick with the new cars. "There you guys are," said Chick. The new recruits were a racing group from Queens, New York, and they were Sonny, a 1971 Plymouth GTR 440+6, who had the number 0, Vince, a 1971 Pontiac Firebird, who had the number 9, Barry, a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, who had the number 9, and Lenny, a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro with the number 66. "Wingo, Snot Rod, Boost, and DJ, meet Vince, Sonny, Lenny, and Barry," said Chick. "Hi," said Vince. "Hey," said Boost. "I thought it would be nice just to camp out here," said Chick. "So you could introduce us," asked Sonny. "Yeah," said Chick. Two Reeder Springs townies named Ramon and Flo, who had met the tuners last time they were there, came up after a while. Ramon had painted himself dark blue with white flames and a light blue within the flames since he was a body artist like Wingo. Ramon also had stars on his trunk and a white symbol on his back to go with the stars. "Did you guys steal McQueen's stuff?" asked Ramon. "Yes, but we are free after having to return it," Boost replied. "What's he doing with his racing?" Anala asked. "He seems fine to be pals with this Cal Weathers guy who was a rookie this season," Ramon replied. "I noticed that they also put that Blinker website to sponsor Speedy Comet, and Lightning does occasionally talk with Dale Earnhardt Jr., Chick added. "I actually just made a Blinker account," said Anala. "Is that how you found us here?" asked DJ. "Yes," Anala replied. "There are some other racers that McQueen talks to often," said Ramon. "It is about making friends, isn't it?" asked Barry. Vince then hit Barry on the side. "They were mostly reserve racers from a huge crash that was caused last year," said Chick. "I bet it's those new guys who joined," said Ramon. Flo began listing some of the names. "You mean Cockroach, Medford, Zeb, McCoy, Jolson, Bashman, Henderson, Banks, Gunther, Lee Jr." She began before Wingo cut her off. "Lee Jr.? Where's Lee Sr.?" he asked. "I don't know," Chick replied. "But there was also Riley, Hollister, Sturgrip, Akins, Masterson, Buck, Turner, Clarkson, and Cortland." "I find it weird that these cars are racing and none of the Piston Cup officials are using their real names," said Flo. "Maybe they chose to go by those names, like how Cal's uncle went by the King," said Anala. They continued their group hangout until a group consisting of 6 1957 Chevrolet Bel Airs appeared. "Who are you? What are you doing here?" asked Boost. "I am Nicole Taylor," said the old beat-up Bel Air. "These are my sisters Janelle, Emily, Katie, Tracy, and Jackie." "The Taylor sisters," said Wingo. "I have heard about you." "You have, huh?" said Emily. "Yes. You would steal things and sell them to museums," said Wingo. "Hey, you guys are able to find the menorah from the Second Temple and the sarcophagus of Menkuri so easily," said Jackie. "But you can't find the Copper Skull treasure so easily," said Nicole. "It could be anywhere," added Tracy. "There aren't any museums or anything that would be carrying something in it," asked DJ. "No, you're all alone," Emily replied. "Except for your group here," Key added. "We have a ton of cars with us," said Boost. "You mean only 12 of you?" said Janelle. 11? But our 11th is not with us right now," Snot Rod exclaimed. "Count me and Flo out of this," said Ramon. "Don't worry, you don't have to come with us," said Boost. "Thanks," said Flo. Bet you can't get this treasure, said Nicole before Chick pushed Emily away. Get them, yelled Boost as everyone except Flo and Ramon drove up to the Taylor sisters. Let's get out of here, said Ramon. He and Flo drove away while the others kept fighting. Not good, said Lenny as he was blocked by Kitty. What are you going to do? She asked. Hey, said Snot Rod, who snuck up behind Kitty and sneezed. Snot Rod's flames hit Kitty and she jumped in the air. Eat this, said Boost, who side-bashed Kitty and caused her to land in DJ's spoiler. I have you now, DJ remarked. You better put me down or I, began Kitty before Sonny jumped and hit her rear bumper. Nice job with the spanking, said DJ. That's how you get them to cooperate, Sonny exclaimed. We'll be taking your sister, said Boost. Give us Kitty, said Nicole. When we're done with her, we will, said DJ. The tuners started driving away, and Nicole, Jackie, Tracy, Janelle, and Emily tried to follow, but Anella dropped a spike strip and the sisters hit it. When'd you get a spike strip? Asked Wingo. I've always had it and saved it for something like this, Anella replied. We should focus on trying to get our prisoner back in Texas, said DJ. There's somewhere nearby that will speed this up, said Boost. They arrived at a service stop a long way from Radiator Springs and ran into a truck named Ben Crankleshaft. They also taped Kitty's mouth shut and put a stolen car boot on her. Would you mind taking this load to Texas? Asked Vince as he loaded her in Ben's trailer. Did you load her in there? Asked Snot Rod. He's going to Texas anyway, so I put her in the trailer so DJ wouldn't have to carry her, Vince replied. DJ Wingo soon came up. I have to get my subwoofer fixed, DJ said, and get my spoiler replaced. Add Wingo. Kitty's in the truck leaving for Texas. I put her in there so you won't have to carry her, said Vince. Thanks, Vince, said DJ. Boost had a whole carton of N2O cola tanks packed with him. You really need that many tanks, said Barry. Yeah, Boost exclaimed. He needs to fast speed, said Wingo. Makes sense, Barry said. Ben started to move. Our truck is leaving now, said Boost. You have everything we need to get some answers, said Nella. Yep, Boost replied. 1 day later. We finally made it back to Texas, said Boost. After a whole day, Wingo added. They got Kitty out of the trailer and drove back to their garage after they drove down the long road. I'm going to make a call before we get started, said Boost. He drove over to the phone and called Molly Bradley, who had worked with the tuners to help them find artifacts. Hi, Boost. So good to see you, said Molly. Yeah, I called because of some work I need to do, said Boost. What are you going after this time? Molly asked. Copper Skull treasure, Boost replied. There are Copper Skull treasures everywhere, Molly cried. I know. You ever heard of the Taylor sisters? Asked Boost. Nicole, Janelle, Kitty, Emily, Tracy, and Jackie, said Molly. Yes, we kidnapped Kitty and are going to use her for some answers, Boost exclaimed. You managed to kidnap one of them, said Molly. DJ caught her with his spoiler, Boost said. DJ has used his spoiler to carry other cars before, said Molly. We also did get new recruits for our crew, said Boost. You did? Molly said. Nala and Chick actually got them, Boost replied. Nala and Chick are on this too? Exclaimed Molly. Yes, she hired the guys from Queens, New York, said Boost. Their names are Vince, Sonny, Barry, and Lenny. Sure would love to meet them and join you, said Molly. I'll call you back once we get more information, said Boost before hanging up. Boost, our master plan is ready to go, Chick yelled from the second level. Finally, said Boost as he headed up. Kitty was set up on Chick's racing treadmill that he would normally use for racing practice. She won't give us anything, said Barry. Vince then hit Barry and drove to Kitty. Wingo has his paint tools ready to spray you, he said. Okay, the guy you're looking for is in Michigan, said Kitty. What else? Asked Boost. I'm not saying, said Kitty. I'm getting the country music ready, said DJ as he turned on If You Want to Go to Heaven by the Ozark Martin Daredevils. Turn it off, said Kitty. Give us more info, said Sonny. The guy you want is named Frank Motorcrest. Good, said Lenny. Wait, you mean the Frank Motorcrest, who's a champion street racer on the east side of America? Asked Boost. Yes, he replied. Have you ever heard of him, Chick? Asked Vince. I think. Does he have a sister that races in the Piston Cup? Asked Chick. Yeah, Misty, he replied. I knew that name sounded familiar, said Chick. Where exactly in Michigan is Frank? Asked Wingo. Kitty hesitated and he sprayed her. Marquette. He has been staying there doing street races to show he can race on ice, said Kitty. I think that's all the information we need from her, said Chick. What do we do with her? Asked Boost. We would need to keep her alive and return her to to her sisters, Vince replied. Yeah, that seems about right, said Chick. Disable the treadmill, said Boost. Wingo turned off the treadmill and got Kitty off it. We're going to return you, said Chick. Thanks, said Kitty. We should get to Marquette and take her with us, said Vince. We can't let her sisters know about this garage, Chick added. When they landed in Marquette, they began to discuss a plan. I'm going to paint myself a new color, said Wingo. Can you paint me as well, asked DJ. And me, asked Snot Rod. Chick, you want a new paint job, asked Wingo. Sure, Wingo. I don't want to look like this in front of a street racer champion, Chick replied. Boost, wait here while I get my paint stuff. DJ, Snot Rod, and Chick. New colors, said Wingo. Got it, said Boost. You're not getting new paint, said Ella. I like this gray and purple paint job, Boost exclaimed. I only painted myself a new color so I could get that tar off me when I had to pull that road paving machine. And that's what inspired Wingo to paint himself, and Alice said. I know that, said Boost. I would like a new paint job from Wingo sometimes, said Vince. Same with me, added Sonny. Wingo got his paint gun and aimed it at Chick. I'm glad to see your amazing paint skills on me, he said. Wingo began spraying Chick, and when he finished, Chick was painted navy blue on the front with his name on his hood. He also had red on his back and a gray line through the middle with his name on his back too. Now I look more like I could race in the street, Chick exclaimed. DJ came up next. Alright, Wingo, second time doing this, he said. Yep, said Wingo as he began spraying DJ. DJ ended up all yellow with shapes replacing his green stripes. Golden colors, great choice, he said. Snot Rod, it's your turn, said Wingo. What are you going to give me, Snot Rod asked. Wait and see, Wingo replied as he began spraying Snot Rod. Boost was winning with the Nella and the Queen's Racers when Chick, DJ, Wingo, and Snot Rod showed up in their new paint jobs. Snot Rod was all red, but kept his black stripes, and Wingo was yellow on his front half and phased to red on his back half with a green yellow over his mouth. That would look awesome, said Vince. Nice, said Lenny. Could you paint us someday, asked Sonny. If I can think of something, Wingo replied. Now it's time to go get our clues to find some treasures, said Boost. Only problem is we don't have a copper scroll with us, said Barry. Anyone should know a copper scroll when they are told about one, said Boost. This place sure is cold and slippery, said Nella. I know that. Which is why we need to find Frank Motorcrest before we freeze, said Boost. Let's go find him then, said Chick as they started to drive down the freezing cold roads.